Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to see you again. If you saw my video last week, you know this week I'm in February 2021. I think everything's going to start getting better. I just had the surgery to remove um, my the implant, the expander they call it. The first implant they put in is really painful. They're hard, and then they fill those to prepare the skin before they actually put in the implants that are supposed to be more comfortable, but I just hated having it in my body. It was a nightmare, and so all I wanted was to get it out, and I did do that. I ended in back I had the surgery, it was quick in, out, and then I ended up back in the hospital with another hemorrhage and an emergency surgery. So, for every surgery I had last year, I had 2, because of complications, but I really felt in February like I was done. There was nothing, I was gonna have another surgery in June, I'll talk about that, and that was about it. I felt very confident that now things were gonna get better. I was in a general groove helping with my dad. I did mention that in the last video. My dad, his dementia was worsening, and so I was visiting him once a week, trying to help support my mom at least once a week. For a while, I was doing twice a week, but I think I even got to 3 times a week at one point. But anyway, I was really trying to help my mom, because she was trying to still manage their place and see him, go visit him, and he just struggled. Being in the new environment is really bad for dementia, but he had to be in assisted living because he kept falling and breaking bones, and so, my mom couldn't manage that, so, he had to be in assisted living, but the new environment really triggered the dementia in a bad way. So it was a lot of managing that, but I really felt like everything was starting to kinda go open up. I had a speaking engagement that I was really excited about. I was speaking, on TBI, traumatic brain injury. I do have clients that I've worked with that have healed traumatic brain injury, and that brain's pliable, so, it doesn't have to be arduous. Again, it's as simple as doing the practices, so I was doing that, and I thought everything was going good. And I got to a point of clarity, and this is what really happened for me in February and March, where I just said, "You know what? I can't do anymore." I thought I had posted a video about this, but I just thought I'm spent. The last year's demanded a lot. I have a lot of side effects from having treatment. I often say having early stage cancer is easy. You barely notice. I barely noticed. I knew there was a lump, and that was about it. There was no pain or anything like that. And it's the treatment of cancer that's can be very difficult, right? And I didn't have to go through chemo. I'm very grateful for that. I have a slow growing cancer, so I have to do 5 years of, similar treatment, but it's kinda spread out over 5 years. So you get this concentrated chemo treatment for the more fast growing cancer, or you get this long-term 5-year pharmaceutical treatment that makes you sick like chemo, but not as sick as quick. It's just, it's interesting. It's kind of like, to me, similar to a spread out chemo, a low dose chemo type thing. But anyway, that's not what it is. It's actually a hormone blocker, but the side effects, I'll talk about that more as I go forward. Anyway, um, I was doing all of this, and I made a decision that with caring for my dad and supporting my mom and everything that was going on, that I just needed to step away from social media, from my updates, from my vlog and my website and working on my classes and everything. And I just thought, I just can't do one more thing than what's in my life right now. And that was my focus. And then I was just like, that, not one more thing. That's it. I'm cutting all these things off. I got myself down to a bare minimum with a very healthy decision. I was so clear and so healthy that this is it. I know what I need to do. I just need to step away and take care of these things that are in front of me and come back later. And I was planning on a 3-month sabbatical from March through to June. I just thought, okay, I'm going to take this sabbatical and take care of what needs to be done because I can't handle one more thing. And then one more thing happened. Another side effect of cancer treatment is lymphedema. And I was diagnosed with stage 1 lymphedema. And it scared me, like the potential of lymphedema. I got the wonderful gift of being able to go to physical therapy and get massages because that's what lymphedema treatment is. So it was wonderful. I was getting massages, but it was 3 days a week. And I didn't have 3 days a week. And there were times, I remember one time I got to my appointment and I just had this really tight schedule between working full time, my treatments, my everything that was going on, my dad, everything. And there was one time I walked into my treatment and I was sitting in the lobby waiting. And I waited 10 minutes. And then I think it was overall 15, 20 minutes late. But over the course of sitting and waiting, and I think I was about 5 or 10 minutes early, but each minute I escalated to the point where when she finally brought me into the room, I burst into tears because I couldn't handle my schedule was so back to back, overwhelmingly tight that I could not handle somebody else pushing me 15 to 20 minutes late. It felt like it undid my entire universe. And I know that's just a trigger, and I know that feeling was just a trigger, but it was it was a big deal for me that realizing that I only had so much that I could put into life, and I had reached my max. And at my max, I was given one more thing, and that was it. I went over the edge. So I'm going to come back and talk about lymphedema and what happened to me as that treatment progressed and as that month progressed. And as I do, I'll get closer and closer to telling you what I'm doing now. So thanks again for following. I look forward to connecting. I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful day. And I look forward to connecting along the way. Bye.